No one is safe from scandals in Hollywood, not even the actors from Stranger Things, and their recent scandals will blow your minds. The N-word. Noah Schnapp also got himself in quite a big scandal when a video of him saying the N-word went viral. It was an old video, but the star is clearly seen using the N-word, and it sparked a huge controversy. He almost got in trouble and people were cancelling him left and right, but Schnapp actually decided to address the issue and he came forward with his side of the story. He wrote in his official statement, "Recently, a video from last summer has gotten out of me dancing and singing a song while singing the word neighbor over the N-word." He added, "I would truly never say the N-word, and I'm not the type of person. I genuinely have never used that word in my life. Using the word neighbor in that song was just something my camp friends and I did." Despite this statement, fans didn't like it and some people didn't believe him. Forced kissing scene. A statement from Sadie Sink playing Max gave way to a much bigger scandal. It all started when Duffer Brothers wanted a kissing scene between Lucas and Max, but it wasn't in the original script. Sadie said in an interview that it was uncomfortable and she was stressed out the whole day. When Sadie came to know about the kiss, she freaked out but was forced by Ross Duffer to perform the scene. Sadie said, "The kiss wasn't in the script. I get there the first day of Snowball. One of you, I think it was you, Ross, you say, 'Oh, Sadie, you ready for the kiss?' I'm like, what? No, that's not in the script. That's not happening." She also added, "So the whole day I was like stressed out. I was like, oh my god, wait, am I gonna have to?" And then it didn't happen that day, but then the second day of filming Snowball. People were actually sad to hear this interview and were furious at the Duffer Brothers for forcing her to do something she didn't want to do. Aura Bogado also came in support of Sadie and wrote on her Twitter, "The two grown men that created Stranger Things forced a child to kiss another child while they filmed." Inappropriate tweets. Steve Harrington is the kind of character all of us had a crush on, but Joe Keery, playing Steve, actually got himself into kind of a scandal some time ago. Keery's Twitter account suddenly started posting some very racist jokes, and he even claimed on Twitter that he was taken advantage of on the set of Stranger Things. It was very shocking for people, and Keery was about to get cancelled too because of his problematic tweets. Fans were shocked at the silence of Keery despite being questioned about the Twitter debacle. But as it turns out, his account was actually hacked and he got all of this hate for nothing. It was hackers and not the star posting all these super problematic things. But fans were still curious why Keery didn't say anything about it. In fact, some of these weird tweets still are posted on Keery's Twitter account, which raises a lot of eyebrows. Criticism on everything. Millie Bobby Brown recently posted a picture of kissing her boyfriend Jake Bon Jovi, and with that picture, the duo has announced their love for each other. And it's pretty evident that some celebs like Paris Hilton and Harvey Petito can't be happy enough for the couple. But some fans are age-shaming Millie even after all these years. And no, this isn't the first time she's been age-shamed. Since season 1 of Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown is expected to look a certain way, which often stops her from exploring her own style. Millie said in an interview, "Some of the things that I found harder were people criticizing my body, who I'm the kind of person if I talk too much, things like that, I didn't ask for those things." She's 18 now and she can be in a relationship with whoever she wants, but the Stranger Things fans are too sensitive when it comes to the age of 11. Millie is age-shamed on several occasions and even in her red carpet appearances because she doesn't look her age. People also point out how she dresses up like an older adult woman instead of a teenager. Prank encounters. Dustin is an absolute gem from Stranger Things and is very likable, but he recently did something off-screen that became quite a big scandal and people weren't happy about it. He became so popular with Stranger Things that Netflix gave him another show, Prank Encounters. But this prank show wasn't well received because it pretty much took advantage of people who were looking for some jobs. These people who actually need a job are hired and they face tons of pranks in their office space with paid actors. So it was kind of cruel and mocked innocent people. The backlash was severe and people were disappointed in Gatton for being a part of this show. The situation kept getting worse until Netflix issued an official statement saying, "The pranks in Prank Encounters are spooky, supernatural and over the top, and everyone had a great time. All participants came in with the expectation that this was a one-day hourly gig and everyone got paid for their time." But the scandal goes on and the release of the 3rd season of Prank Encounters is in jeopardy. Deep-rooted racism. Max's brother had to be the most aggressive character in the 3rd season. He was violent and mean to his sister, and yet his appearance made him quite lovable. But a whole lot of people got triggered because of his behavior, and he never really regretted his actions, except for the last episode when he he was literally attacked by the Mind Flayer. But the scandal actually started when Dacre's character was written in a way that he was supposed to hate Lucas. It should also be noted that Lucas is the only black character on the show, and Billy told his sister to stay away from him. People are calling the Duffer Brothers out for putting that into the script and then making his end so glorious. Billy literally said to Max in the scene, "There are a certain type of people in this world you should stay away from." Billy even attacked Lucas at one instance, and it seemed like he didn't want Max to hang out with Lucas only because he was black, which is messed up. Sudden detention. Charlie Heaton is a character who faces a lot of backlash from time to time. Back in 2017, he was stopped at the airport and the authorities didn't allow him to go to LA because some sort of substance was found in his luggage. It sparked a huge controversy and people were even accusing him of using substances, but he wasn't arrested, which means the issue wasn't that serious. But the authorities did send him back to the UK and he didn't attend the premiere party of Stranger Things 2. This sudden detention from US to UK was kind of a big deal, but Charlie soon got permission to come back to the US because he cooperated with the authorities and had nothing to hide. Price hike. Winona Ryder is the absolute diva for millennials, but right about now she has become a sensation for Gen Z by being one of the most important characters on the show. But she recently made a comment about the Netflix price hike that quickly became a scandal. But it also shows us how Winona is just like one of us. It all went down when Winona was invited to a global Netflix event and was asked how she knew that this show is actually big. Upon this, she answered, "Well, I'm not on social media, but I do remember the day it premiered. I got an email from Netflix changing my subscription price." People were already furious about Netflix's price hike, and this statement by Winona encouraged them to actually boycott the platform, but things went back to normal after a short while. What started off as a slip of the tongue actually became a boycott Netflix movement, and people had their opinions about it. One user said, "I love Winona Ryder complaining about the cost of a Netflix subscription while being at a Netflix event." Another user wrote, "You'd think they'd give Winona Ryder free Netflix, LMAO." Allergic reaction. Peanut butter sandwiches topped with lots of jelly sounds like a perfect treat, but the cast of Stranger Things got into trouble because of these mouth-watering sandwiches. The star kids from the show were having the time of their life when they were invited to the Emmy Awards. They were meeting their favorite celebrities and were literally on cloud 9. But the scandal started when Lucas, Eleven and Dustin of Stranger Things got a little carried away and started handing out peanut butter jelly sandwiches to all the nominees at the Emmy Awards. Sounds like a sweet gesture, right? Critics didn't think so. There were thousands of people criticizing the kids for being inconsiderate because the sandwiches had both gluten and peanut butter, which could be highly triggering for some people. An attendant at the event said, "You never just hand out peanut butter, that's such a liability." Comedian Jimmy Kimmel joked about the incident and said, "We can only afford one EpiPen." After this joke, things escalated really fast, and the Asthma and Allergy Foundation had to release an official statement saying, "While we understand the joke presented by Jimmy Kimmel was aimed at the recent pricing events of epinephrine auto-injectors that has been broadcast in the media over the last several weeks, it wasn't well received by the larger food allergy community." What started off as kids having fun turned into a fully fledged controversy in no time. So, which one of these controversies were completely unexpected for you? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching.